Hey, Tamra Tamu here. I wanted to bring you a impromptu video. And what I'm going to talk about briefly in this video, I think is at the perfect time, especially since there are so many new subscribers to Unleashed Alchemy TV. To all the new subscribers, welcome. Okay. I want to remind the new subscribers here that this is a platform where I speak to Black women, where I work as a guide, as a practitioner, as a healer, to help Black women untangle from religious dogma, to unleash their power, and to embrace their true, authentic identity as the original woman, to reclaim your spiritual authority, your ecclesiastical authority, your economic authority, your political authority. Yes, we're going there, okay? But first, we have to untangle from religious dogma. So I want to tell you welcome, all right? I don't know what happened with the channel, but earlier this week, I wasn't even at 500, and now all of a sudden I'm almost at 1,000 at the end of this week. So welcome. And what I want to talk to you briefly about is how I handle comments, okay? But I want to start off with a video that I saw which prompted this, okay? So if you all are familiar with Dr. Vanessa Brooks, and I believe she is Dr. Vanessa Brooks on YouTube. I know she's Dr. Vanessa Brooks over on TikTok, but she's also Dr. Vanessa Brooks on YouTube, okay? And the reason I'm bringing her up is that she is also a Black woman who talks about religious deconstruction, okay? The angle that she takes, she really focuses on how leaders, particularly in the Black church, leaders, pastors, ministers, whatever, how they need to be trauma informed, okay? That's her angle, all right? But anyway, she was talking about how she is learning to respond to and handle and view negative comments, all right? And she was talking to her son. Her son, I believe she said her son was 30 years old. So she and I believe, are very close in age. I'm 48. And so obviously her son comes from a totally different generation where that generation is not afraid to speak their opinion at all to whomever. And I love that about this generation, this younger generation. And her son was reminding her, that basically, regardless of her title, regardless of her age, if someone does not disagree, they are going to share that. Okay, fine. And listening to that, it was a brief video, but just really informative. And so after the video, I started to think about how I handle comments. Okay. Now I knew that when I really shifted into speaking specifically, making it very clear that I was speaking specifically to Black women because we've had a unique experience in religion and in society, I knew that me making that very clear was going to be very, very necessary, and I needed to be very intentional about that going forward. I already knew that that would not be received well by a lot of people, which is fine. That's what happens, when you're on public platforms. I am not for everybody, and everybody is not for me. Everybody's not going to agree with what I say. That is perfectly fine. I have no issue. I don't take issue with that. Before I expand on that, I want to say this. Where comments are concerned, negative comments, and a negative comment is different from someone who's disagreeing. Just because someone disagrees with you, it doesn't make that comment negative. It just means that person doesn't disagree. And that's not what I'm dealing with here. But I will, even though, when I go back to Dr. Vanessa Brooks' conversation that she shared as she was having with her son, I was also thinking about how I will never understand, nor do I want to understand, how people can come on a computer screen and literally argue, have a battle, have a complete fight with someone that they don't know, someone that they are not even seeing in person, physically face to face, literally have an on-out fight. And I'm not just talking about just a one-time, little back and forth comment. I'm talking about a complete all-out fight that gets dragged on over the computer, over a keyboard, on screen. People taking their time to engage with someone that they're not even face to face with. I will never understand that, because I come from a generation where if we had a problem with you, if I had a problem with you, it was on site, face to face. Now, yes, I grew up in church, but I fought inside of church and outside of the church temple. Do you understand? So I will never understand that concept of arguing with someone, having a fight with somebody over a screen. Okay. And I'm going to also say this too. Most of the people that speak the way they do over the phone, over a screen, that type what they type, they will never say that, what they're saying in person to that person. Never. Okay. So, but back to what I really want to say. So again, I have no issue with people disagreeing. I don't care about people disagreeing. But what I am required to care about, because this is part of the work that I do, I am required to care about ignorant comments. I am required to care about ignorant comments, negative comments, demeaning comments, degrading comments, disguised as a disagreement. I'm very discerning. Okay, I am required to care about that on this platform and any other platform that I'm on publicly. Because again, my platform is so that Black women can come and talk about the challenges that they have been facing or are facing as they navigate their lives after disassociating from religion. Black women deserve to have a space, whatever, call it an area. We deserve to have a space where we can come in and comment, and our comments not be degraded or demeaned by someone who is just ignorant or who just chooses to still judge. I am not talking to anybody that is still entangled in religion, still going to church. If that's what you want to do, if you still want to associate with your religion, this platform is not for you, because I am not here to convince anybody of anything. I'm going to say this until I can't say it anymore. This platform is talking to Black women that have disassociated from religion, and you are navigating your life after that. You are navigating, reconnecting with your own spiritual authority and with your identity. That's who I'm talking to. So, with that being said, degrading comments, demeaning comments will not be tolerated here. They will be deleted. Also, If it gets too ignorant, okay, I am going to respond accordingly because, again, I am required to make sure that this is a space where Black women can come and put in comments, ask questions if they need to, okay, and not feel a certain kind of way about that. Also, with that being said, even with ignorant comments that I am going to respond to, not all of them, but there are some cases where ignorant comments will come across where they need to be addressed, and I'm going to do that. I also have to make sure that the way that I respond also still makes Black women still feel comfortable coming over to this platform. I also have to make sure that I am responding in a way where it does not look like I am one of these people who are going to argue back and forth with somebody over a keyboard, because I'm not that person. I'm not going to be that person. But again, if a comment is ignorant and it is demeaning, it will be addressed. All right. So I want you to be assured, Black woman, that you are in the right spot. Okay. Um, and then lastly, I want to say this. I most likely will be opening up a private community, okay? Where in that private community, I will be going live. We will be having live webinars, live workshops, live meditation sessions, live Q&As, live rituals to help you reconnect with your ancestral lineage, to help you reconnect with the spiritual practices that are already in your bloodline. That's what we'll be doing in that community. You'll also have first access to my products, retreats, digital products. Okay, so if you haven't done this already, I invite you to go to unleashedalchemy.com, where you can sign up to be a part of Unleashed Alchemy Weekly. When you sign up now, you do get access to a complimentary workbook that will help you recognize the signs, the blind spots of where religious programming is still operating in your life. And in that workbook, there are tools that you can start to implement in your life today to start to unravel your nervous system from that ideology. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you and to let you know that this is a space for you. Okay, it is a safe place for you to share whatever you wish to share. Share your challenges if you feel um, led or pulled to do that. You can do that here. Okay, so you will be protected. Your energy will be protected in this space, and yes, in the private community as well. So, and one last thing before I go, this is not a platform, and I think I said this earlier, but I need to say it again. This is not a platform where if you still rock with your religion, rock with it. This is not a platform to debate that. I do not debate whether religion is good or bad. My view is my view. And I say what I say about religion, that it needs to be dismantled. All of them. Okay? That's my stance. So I will not debate that, but I will not tolerate any demeaning comments, judgmental comments. It is not going to happen here. Okay? So, welcome to Unleashed Alchemy. And don't forget to sign up for Unleashed Alchemy weekly at unleashedalchemy.com. We have so much more to talk about.